Josephine, Rosaline, Angeline, Catherine, Nataida, Catherine.
I'm on the line with Paul Pavese, who works here in New York. Last night I got an email from Paul with some alarming news about a friend in Burma. Hello, Paul. Welcome.
Oh, thank you.
How do you know this person?
I used to work with some Burmese monks, helping them with their English, and when Aung San Suu Kyi came here to New York, she made a plea that if we wanted to help Burma, we should help with the education. So I asked the monks what schools they thought in Burma might need some financial help. And they recommended this woman to me who's trying to teach computers and English to the people of Burma in her home village. I'm in communication with her from time to time. And on Saturday, February 1st, I got this email. Hi, Paul. I'm writing to let you know that my husband is in jail. The military regime has built a weapons factory in the village, and they took the land from the farmers in the township that is punk. So my husband and friends wrote about the weapons factory in the Unity Journal. The police called my husband to the police station at about 11:10 p.m. last night. Now he is in jail. His name is Lu Ma Nguyen in Pakwa. My husband is also a reporter for the Unity Journal. Please share this news. I have to stay strong for the local people. That's our duty. The local people did not send their children to school today. The police know me. They know my family. And we are politically active. I'm Hugh Gambrina's sister. Tomorrow morning, I will go to the jail to bring some food to my husband and ask questions to the police officers. Then Saturday, February 2nd, I got this. I am going to visit the prison to meet with him. I will send you news.
And then last night we got the message from you that she had been arrested.
She had been arrested and she was held with her 3-year-old daughter and the 2 friends who went with her to the police station. They were held and questioned. But this morning, February 6th, I got this email. I went to the prison, and the police told me that I and my husband will meet in the office. I got into the car and they drove me to the office. I was in prison February 4th in the morning and not released until February 4th evening.
Okay, so for the moment, your friend is out,
she's out of jail,
and her husband is still in.
I understand she will, the 14th or the 15th, she's supposed to go make herself available at court.
Well, I hope she has a support system and a lawyer, because, of course, the government will not look too favorably on her reporting. Committee to Protect Journalists is aware of this case, I know, and that U.S. Campaign for Burma is also aware. And we're all shocked that they arrested the 3-year-old along with her, but it looks like she's probably arranging for the care of her child.
Yes, I think that's one of the reasons they let her out of jail, so in case she's found guilty, she will be able to find some care for her child. I would like to say she is not one of the journalists. She is she is a teacher. It's her husband who's a journalist.
Okay. It sounds like a number of people are being arrested.
Yes, there were 4 journalists. I believe the CEO of the Unity newspaper, the Unity Journal, her, and I believe the 2 friends who accompanied her to the jail were also held.
Well, I'm sorry your friend is facing this. It's not easy, and Burmese jails are not easy at all. We've heard some terrible accounts, but we can hope that they will be decently treated, especially if there's international attention. And again, groups like Committee to Protect Journalists are very important, Amnesty International and so forth. I think also that this is just another example about how messy the struggle to create a democratic system is in Burma. And this is an ongoing challenge that we'll be covering in our next segment. We'll stay in touch with you, Paul. Thank you.
Yes, please do.
Thank you for letting us know.
Sure.
Bye. I have with me today Mr. Ne San U, the co-founder of the Free Rohingya Campaign, and welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask about your work. The situation in Burma, we had violence erupting 2 weeks ago and ongoing persecutions of the Muslim minority groups, especially the Rohingya. This has been going on for many years, but in recent years we've seen an increase in land expropriations and theft. We've seen more mob violence and the rise of an Islamophobic group among the Buddhist extremist 969 movement. So there's many things that I'm sure you're working on.
And violence is still going on. And they say that the government and Kachin, they're seeing the ceasefire, but the ceasefire doesn't really last longer. The fighting is still going on within them. And besides that, in Arkan, an ongoing genocide is going on in almost 36 years, and the government is still failing to stop all the violence, and also they fail to provide the security of the Rohingya people, and still people cannot move one town to another. There's a very poor health care, and people are suffering every day. Girls and women are raped daily by the security forces, and this was really unfortunate to the Rohingya people. People say that it was a mass killing, but it was ethnic cleansing. I would say that there was a pre-plan by the Burmese government cooperating with the leader of the Rakhine National Development Party (RNDP), just to wipe out the Rohingya from the land. Their intention was to divide the people from the people attention due to the Shui gas pipeline, which is going on from Arkan State all the way to China. So what they created was the Burmese government and Chinese government they want to complete their project very quietly. So what they created was they created conflict between Rakhine Buddhists and Muslim Rangers. So while they are killing each other, they can be able to continue their project. Also, what the Rakhine was trying, they want to get free land. Free land means something that without Rohingya.
So they're trying to steal the land from the minority groups in order to build this pipeline. Is that correct?
People really did not notice about what was going on with this project, because people are paying, more attention on the violence. So actually they divide the people's attention. That's what they did.
I wanted to ask you about anti-Muslim feelings in Burma. I know that the Burma Citizen Law of 1982 restricted the rights of the Muslim minority, the Rohingya, and even though some of them have been in Burma for hundreds of years, this law made them stateless without many basic rights in the country. Is this one reason that Burmese are so negative, some of them, so hateful?
Let me tell you a little about this 1982 citizenship law. This law was actually created by the notorious government, the past government, General Nguyen. He is the architecture of creating of this law. This law is typically, makes Rohingya to be stateless in the country. How they make it so that after implementing this law, they are taking away all the national identity cards from the Rohingya people. They're taking away everything from them. So, ultimately Rohingya has become stateless. Stateless. So generation by generation they become a legal immigrant, even though they are indigenous and native people are cut. So the registration of Rohingya is affected all sectors. I mean, the political, economic, education, social, travel, and many others. So the government is keeping all the Rohingya in prison since past 36 years. So we have to understand this is not like yesterday happened, not like in 2012 happened. It's happening 36 years ago. The systematically genocide on Rohingyas. So also government is supporting extremist group. It's called Nexus Line, which is led by the Mount Wiratu. Wiratu is one of the guys who's spreading all the hateful speech to all over the country. Hate against Rohingyas, hate against Muslims in overall. Look at the recent violence in Maitila. Muslim and Buddhist has been living peacefully for generation and many years. But since after he came up to the publicly, he started spreading all the hatreds and hate speech, ultimately become a hate with each other. And top of that, and government is still allowing him to speak publicly instead of arresting him for the hate speech. So that is what basically happened in Burma. In order to stop this thing, the Burmese government have to arrest this extremist group. They have to ban the Nexus Line, and also they have to provide safeguard to the Muslim people. Muslims are now, they are living under fear. So they couldn't go out, they couldn't speak freely like any other citizen does. So it's just like we are getting isolated day by day.
I understand that just a few days after the recent violence, the World Bank gave $2 billion to the government of Burma for health programs, which sounds good, but are there any strings attached? Is the international community or the U.S. effectively pressuring the government of Myanmar to protect all its people?
First of all, I'd like to appreciate appreciate to the international community that, they keep issuing the statement. But we really, what we need is we need the action, the serious action. We need the international investigation teams. We need the UN peacekeeping force in Arkan in order to protect the civilian of killing of innocent civilians. So also international community must think deeply to stop all the persecution of Rohingya. For the World Fund, we appreciate, very much, their concern and recent atrocity on Rohingyas. But I think it's too early for the big amount of donation.
Right.
So, they should make sure that, all the people in Burma free from fear. Also, they have to stop the ongoing civil war in Kachin State. Also, one more thing is Rohingya is under operation of quasi-government, so they should change the situation of the suffering people with their donation.
There's two pieces of legislation in Washington right now. One is in the Senate. It has to do with military-to-military cooperation. Senator Menendez of New Jersey co-sponsored this bill to limit the amount of cooperation we engage in with the military government until they can demonstrate a better human rights record. And that is waiting for support in the Senate. In the House, there's resolution number 418, which calls for the government of Burma to support and protect all its people. It says, the House of Representatives calls on the government of Burma to end all forms of persecution and discrimination of the Rohingya people and ensure respect for internationally recognized human rights for all ethnic and religious minority groups within Burma, and call on the United States government and international community to put consistent pressure on the government of Burma to take all necessary measures to end the persecution and discrimination. So what do you think about these legislations, these bills?
We are all supporting, the House Resolution 418. Also, we are campaigning right now and to all the Burmese Muslims over here in the United States, to contact with their congressmen and, to correspond now with this legislation. To me, I really support this, the House Resolution 418. We really need to continue U.S. and international pressure on the Burmese government to take all the necessary measures and end the persecution and discrimination against the Rohingya people. Many people were killed, 1,000 homes were burned, and over 140,000 people were internally displaced in Burma, especially in Rakhine State. So I think approve these bills. It will be good for the Rohingya people as well as minority and religious minority group in Burma.
Do you know any of the villages that have been attacked, or do you know anybody who's been affected directly by the violence?
Oh yeah, I can tell you from my own story. In 2012, in Rakhine State, all town was attacked, and in that, one of my uncles was killed by the extremist, the Cambodians, and all of my, relatives were, they were in the IDP camp right now. So we know that we got the news from learned that my uncle was dead, and my auntie was disappeared for a couple of months, and later on they reunited in the camps. Then what happened was when the extremist Rakhine groups, and they come to surround to the Rohingya village where is a city. So my uncles and family was struck inside the house. There was some of the family member was able to escape from the house, but one of my uncles didn't go. He wouldn't be able to save his life. He was on the spot. He was chopped pieces by pieces from the Rakhine extremists. And at the same time, the police was doing nothing and just watching them. And the police they supposed to stop, but they didn't stop it, and they just watching them, and then they just look like they are part of the violence.
So, how about efforts in Burma to stop the violence and to change the laws so that they're less discriminatory? Who is working on it? Who is trying to build coalitions to stop the violence?
But I think this is the only way to stop the violence. Government has to safeguard and protect the Rohingya people. Recently there was a very outspoken person. Probably you may know Rohingya MP. He's a member of parliament. His name is Ushin Mao. He's doing a pretty great job without any fear. As for now, the case against on him is ongoing. I'm not sure whether this he will be jailed or not. He's facing a hard time because he's an outspoken. The government is trying to sue him. The Aung San Suu Kyiကိုပြောနေတာကတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့မွတ်စလင်တွေဒီမှာရှိနေတဲ့မွတ်စလင်တွေအားလုံးကိုဆွေးနွေးနေပြီးတော့ protection people ဆွေးနွေးနေပြီးတော့မွတ်စလင်တွေလုံခြုံရေးကိုကာကွယ်ပေးဖို့မွတ်စလင်တွေလိုဖိနှိပ်ခံနေရတဲ့ဟာကိုဆွေးနွေးစီပြောကြပြီးတော့မွတ်စလင်တွေနေနဲ့ညနဲ့တက်ချက်ခံနေရတယ်မတင်းချင်းခံနေရတဲ့ဟာတွေကိုဆွေးနွေးပြောပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်အနေနဲ့ဒီရောက်ကနေပြီးကျွန်တော် request လုပ်လိုက်ပါတယ်
Okay, and what does that mean?
No, I request to to the Aung San Suu Kyi that the government please coordinate with the government to stop the violence and protect the people of Burma. We had two demonstrations. One is in Los Angeles and Hollywood on February 8th, and another one is in the Washington D.C. on February 27th in front of Burmese embassy. Mm-hmm. So I want all the Muslims from United States on human rights, the people who write the human rights, and I would like to invite them to come and join with us, and you can get all the information by following me at Twitter at NYCKOGY. NYCKOGYI. But if you want to get all the information regarding Rohingya, Burmese Muslims in general, you can certainly go to the www.rohingyablogger.com. Mm-hmm. We keep everything up to date. All the news, we have reliable sources from inside Burma. We have independent, journalists, volunteering inside the Burma. We are getting news hours by hours in real time.
Good. So that's rohingyablogger.com. Yeah. Excellent. All right. Well, good luck with this struggle, and hopefully we'll be in touch again.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Sorry.
Okay, bye.